Okay, so today we're doing more practice with exponents. Yesterday we evaluated exponents. Today we're going to be writing the expressions for exponents, and then we're going to be doing some simplifying. So basically, it's kind of like going backwards. So what I need you to do is I need you to write everything down that's on the board so far, okay? I just wrote things down just to make the video go faster, but make sure you write all of these problems down. Don't just write the answers down, okay? Make sure you write the problems down. So starting with 5 times 5 times 5, we're going to write that with an exponent. So what's our base? Our base is 5. And how many of them do we have? We have 3 of them. So it's 5 to the third. Next one, negative 12 times negative 12 times negative 12 times negative 12. We have, our base is negative 12. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So it's negative 12 to the fourth. Now, the reason you have to put parentheses here is this value is going to be different than if you made it like, if you didn't put the parentheses in, and if you just did 12 to the fourth, like that, negative 12 to the fourth like that. It's going to be different because this is saying negative 12 times negative 12 times negative 12 times negative 12. This is saying 12 to the fourth and then attach the negative in the front. Okay, so they're very different, so you have to make sure you keep the parentheses. Okay, next one. 0.8 times 0.8 times 0.8. My base is 0.8. And I have 1, 2, 3 of them, so 0.8 to the third. This one, you don't have to put the parentheses since we don't have a negative here. If you just did 0.8 to the third, it would be the same answer. But you can always put the parentheses to be safe. Okay, next one. Negative 0.6 times negative 0.6 times negative 0.6 times negative 0.6. My base is negative 0.6. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So negative 0.6 to the fourth. Notice I'm not finding what the actual answer is it is. I'm just writing it with an exponent. Like I'm not saying, oh, 5 to the third, that's 125. I'm writing it with an exponent because that's what the direction said to do. Next, 3 to the fourth times 3 to the fourth times 3 to the fourth. Our base is 3 to the fourth. And we have 1, 2, 3 of them. Make sure you put this in parentheses because if you don't, if you write it like this, it's going to look like you're just cubing the 3 and you're not cubing the 4. Remember, this cube distributes to the 3 and the 4. So you need to make sure that's in parentheses. Next one, negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3 times negative 2/3. That is negative 2/3 to the 1, 2, 3, 4th. Okay? You can pause the video and catch up if you need to because I know there was a lot of writing that was already on the board when we started. Okay, I'm going to flip the board and go to the other side. Okay, what we're doing now is simplifying expressions with exponents. So what we need to do is we need to evaluate each of these exponents and then just apply the operation that's in between. So make sure you're writing out all of your work on these. First one. Okay, we have 3 squared plus 4 to the third. Now, if you need to pause the video and write all this down, do that now. Okay, don't try to be writing super fast while I'm teaching. Make sure you're really listening. 3 squared plus 4 to the third. Well, I know that 3 squared is 9, because that's 3 times 3. Plus 4 to the third, that's 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 is 64. So now I have 9 plus 64. And 9 plus 64 is 73. So that's your answer. Next, 81 to the first, that's 81 plus 10 to the third, that's 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000, which makes sense because I have a 1 here and then I have 1, 2, 3 zeros. Remember that 0 trick with the tens? So 81 plus 1,000 is 1,081. Next, 7 squared. 7 squared is 7 times 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Minus 15 to the first. 15 to the first is just 15. So 49 minus 15, and that's 34. Next, we have 10 squared plus 0 to the 8th. 10 squared is 10 times 10, which is 100, plus 0 to the 8th, that's 0 times 0 times 0, 8 times, right, which is just 0. So 100 plus 0 is 100. Next, we have 4 to the third divided by 16. 4 to the third is 64, because that's 4 times 4 times 4, divided by 16. That can also be written as 16 to the first power, right? 64 divided by 16 is 4. And last but not least, we have 5 squared times 3 squared. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25, times 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, and that's 9. 25 times 9 is 225. Okay, that's it. So you have some worksheets to do and some IXL. Have a good day.